Okay, I am starting a 3-color Milky Way, so I'm just going to start by putting a tiny bit of resin on the entire cup. Okay, so these are the colors I'm going to work with. For the teal fine, I'm going to use Under the Sea from It's Pretty Personal, and Let's Get Tropical from LMNOP Design Boutique for the chunky. So I put the chunkies in a cup. And for the purple, I'm going to use Jersey from Glitter Bees and Milky Way from LMNOP in the cup. And then I'm going to use, for the pink, I'm going to go towards like a purpley pink. I'm going to use Jewel from Glitter Bees, and That's My Jam from LMNOP. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to put this on a turner to do this. So let me see if I can get it scooched into frame without touching this other cup. Okay, get it turning. And I'm going to get some paper under here, but I don't know that I'm going to concern myself too much with trying to save my glitter, because I'm going to try not to overflow too much. We'll see though. If anything, I'll just save it in a mixed cup. So I'm going to do my chunkies first. Yep, this is already going well. So I'm going to switch over to my fines. And just kind of fill in between. So for the bottom, I am just going to, like, whatever lands on it, whatever mix it ends up being is what it ends up being. I had to pause you and move you up. I'm just going to sprinkle to the bottom. I'm kind of hoping it's mostly just a mix of the fines, because I just tipped my paper backwards all over the floor. Oh my god. Mostly the fines, just so the bottom will lay a little flatter, because it'll make my life so much easier in the long run. But I'm going to let this spin. I'm going to take one finger and just gently pat down the chunkies. I'll probably do this a couple of times. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to get 2 coats, probably, because it's, no, actually because it's a Milky Way, I'm just going to do 1. I'm going to give it 1 good heavy coat, and then I will come back and we will do the Milky Way process in the coat after that. Just popping back in. I buy these little containers from Dollar Tree. I keep my tack kit and stuff mixed in them, you've seen, but this is what I use to store my, what becomes a custom glitter mix if I don't want to put it in the dump cup. So that is what I will be doing with this one. And I'll get the rest of that scooped up in a minute here. But then I end up with my own custom mixes that I use occasionally when I just need like a random mix. So I just store them like that, pop them on the shelf, and grab them when I need them, rather than wasting that glitter or putting it all in the dump cup. Okay, so I'm ready to do the Milky Way portion of this. I have 3 cups of color mixed up, 1 cup of white mica. My white, I used Pearl White from Pearl X, and I used lavender, teal, and fuchsia from one of those Amazon boxes. And I have my regular resin mixed up, which I'm going to put on first. And I only have a tiny bit of each color. I don't need much. So, move my torch out of the way. So I'm going to start with a pretty decent coat of clear because, oh, it's hot, so it is running like crazy. Pretty good coat of clear because I do still have chunky that I can feel, and pink, I think. And I'm going to do this like right in between the chunky and the fine on each of the colors. Just one thin line. And if I go over the bottom a little bit, it's fine. I go to my purple next. But I just want one line of each of the colored micas. That's why I mixed up such a tiny little bit. And these don't have to be straight lines. And I'm going to catch that teal the next time it comes around. And you can see how thin this resin is. It's already starting to move a lot on its own. So this is not going to get much heat at all. And the white I am going to do just on the divide lines. So, you know, roughly. So, I'm gonna, I want to torch it, but I don't. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm gonna barely torch it. I'm gonna turn my direction, I think. Sometimes I do that and then I can't remember if I actually changed it. I don't know. But I'm going to come back in with my stick and just kind of squiggle it some. I'm just going to mess with it a little bit. So I'm going to let it dry. I will let you see it after it's dry before I do my decals and stuff that you can't see. So I'll be back for a close-up. Okay, so this is done. I just don't want to touch it yet in case it's still a little bit tacky, but it's done moving. So, however it is now is how it is. And I like the little swirls that ended up in that one. But that is it. It's just going to get a name wrapped this way, like bottom to top through one of the sections. And yeah, that'll be it. So thank you.